Hello everyone, my name's Topper and you're watching me break it down. Today I'm looking at Starbucks Coffee and how they failed in their expansion to Australia. From the business environment, you can understand that internally Starbucks is a very sound organization. It's very strong, the branding is strong, the local taste, particularly in the USA, is strong, and even in China they're expanding daily. And despite that internal strength, the operating of customers, suppliers, and competitors was probably overlooked in the Australian market when they originally expanded in the year 2000. But this video is about understanding how they went wrong and just highlighting that for you guys. The business situation, if you consider the strategies that they used, they thought that Starbucks could just use their pre-imposed strategies in Australia. They assumed that because Australia acts like America, watches a lot of American TV, and presumably does the exact same things as America, they could just transpose their business model into Australia. But unfortunately, their strategies did not work. In 2008, you can read there that over 60 stores had been reporting losses in Australia and they ended up closing about $100 million worth due to poor market conditions and poor research, really, in terms of what they actually looked into over in the Australian industry, where coffee was actually a huge big deal and it was introduced long ago with the Italian market, and it's all about the experience, authentic, pure coffee tragics. They didn't know that that was what the market they were heading into. In the analysis, you can see internal strengths include a strong brand name. They have a lot of money backing from their home country. They had a lot of experience in global markets because it's a franchise. It just rinse and repeats it quite well. So that was a strength that added to a weakness as well, because too much of a strength is usually a weakness. The limited localization of Australian tastes is a weakness. They didn't understand the mature cafe culture, and the lack of differentiation from local cafes was not there or not enough. They also priced at a premium, which didn't help them. There is opportunities for partnerships with local operators, menu adaptations, technology innovations, and tourism and city revitalization trends. The threats for Starbucks include strong local competition, as we've mentioned, the high rents, and the price sensitivity and economic fluctuations, not to mention the culture rejection of Starbucks. In evaluation, you can see competitiveness and effectiveness being used there, both ranked 2 out of 5 respectively. The reason the competitiveness is low or below par is because they didn't capture much of the market. I think they've opened up only 64 or 39 shops again across Australia, but they've centered around Gold Coast, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, only in the tourist spots. And in that way, they've tried to get about being competitive again in Australia. Effectiveness, the expansion lacked strategic pacing, contingency plans, and customer insight, leading to major financial losses. So getting at their goal, assuming that the Starbucks goal is to make quality coffee as available as possible to everyone at a quick pace and a great taste. They didn't quite hit their goal. They didn't capture the hearts and minds of Australia, so effectively below par as well. The cultural adaptation has been mentioned. It's a 1 out of 5, and their sustainability, I think that they went for a too quick, too soon model, as videos have taught us, and essentially they could not support that sort of growth, particularly that sort of expansion into rural areas in Australia where the taste for this snazzy coffee isn't quite there. Recommendations for Starbucks to go forward: they should adopt localized partnership driven models, maybe do an expansion phase rollout where they test the customer responses before deciding to penetrate into markets deep and wide. They should probably do some risk management and contingency plans for the future too. So Starbucks is a great case study for understanding expansion into international markets, just proving to everyone that you can't just rinse and repeat, even if it is a franchise model. Just to be careful, continue to do your research, understand the external factors, or the external factors to you, those being particularly the politics, the economics, the social, cultural, and the technological aspects of the country that you're trying to go, export to or start your business in. So keep that in mind. Good lessons from Starbucks. Make sure that they ring true and that you can remember them for your IO1.